Okay, minor hunting trip. That's a good question. So what tool? That would be a D5 plus your strength modifier, which is 5, right?
Yep.
Okay, so actually not even that. Just how long were you out there? It's a good question. 15 hours, not bad. So in the wild, hunting random animals. So roll activity experience.
Still the same, or
It's your activity experience is just your level. No, we changed it, so this is the one we use now. I think you got gypped. 1449 times 15. That's not how that works because I forgot to include the parentheses.
Are we gonna end at 2 today?
Hmm?
Are we gonna end at 2
Are we
today?
supposed to?
I got something I need to do
yes.
after 2. Okay.
Yeah, so anyway, so we have one more hour. So that's how much experience you get from the hunting expedition, because you're not only are you going out hunting animals, you're also tracking out. It's like, all right, what's around this area? It's like you're starting to discover some of the craters left behind by the cannon shells. It's like, all right, so the cannons can reach this far. But as you've seen, if you assault the position fast enough, you'll be able to get out of range of the cannons before they can even respond. You also did a scouting of the walls. The walls are made of wood, so if you get the right material or you get the certain type of thing, you can just break through the walls. They're thick, but it's wood. And secondly, you could just burn the wood.
Indeed.
Yeah, so
Rock elemental could break down that wall.
yeah, that's just how it worked. So other things like Dawn seems to have grown a little bit because you got an ally token, so you get to spend it on something. So what are you going to spend it on?
Oh, did we actually get an ally token?
You don't actually have allies yet.
Oh.
So sorry. It's really Thorin. Thorin's the only one with an ally right now, and Niltaor just learned the name of his sword, which is Malice. Yeah, nice, isn't it? You have a sword named Malice. Okay, so you have one coin. What are you going to spend it on?
I'm gonna do the basic language.
Okay, you need more than one coin to do that.
Nope. Basic not.
Oh, basic language. Okay, so that's a D100 success chance. Do you actually teach him? Did you teach her basic communication skills? So this is you trying to understand your wolf more. So that's a no. So it's you're gonna need more time to do that. So ironic, yeah, that's pretty much a token is gone and you didn't get any success. So moving on. So you don't know any more about Dawn, and Dawn doesn't know any more about you. You just know that you both kill things. You have things in common.
Indeed, we do.
Dawn is still recovering from the wounds she received from that battle, which is, I think she got bludgeoned by something, and then she had massive internal injuries. So she's a little bit worse for wear than last time.
Was it a stone golem?
Yeah, it was the Stone Guardians that blasted her with a mace, and then she got massive internal injuries.
I can help with that if you come to me and find me.
Okay, so now she's healing. She's supernatural slightly. She's not quite a warg. She's I don't even know. Some other creature, so she heals pretty quickly. Normal things would have died instantly from that, but she survived it. So okay, so you went hunting. That brings in a reasonable amount of food, which is roll a, let's see how many days worth of food it might be. At least 2 days of food, so roll a D500. And we'll see how much food that is. So, recent amount. Like, there's not a lot of wildlife around the city. Most of the food comes from fishing. So that's 61 times 2, which is equivalent to 122. So that adds to the food stores. Still not a lot compared to what Spicoli could pull off, but it's something. Because he filled up most of the food and the water.
Oh, that's good.
Because not only did he get not only did it, like a lot of those foods could be turned into juices as well, so he filled up not just food but water as well, like liquids at least, something they can hydrate themselves with. It's not water, but it's something.
That was all. How much time has passed so far?
Okay, good question. Let's say maybe 3, so 2 hours, about 2 hours. So it's approaching night again, because
2
you guys
hours since I
did
came
midday.
back.
So you've been back. I mean, like, you're just sitting on the outskirts, just looking out into the wilderness.
Did I
Actually, you're sitting on the
possibly-
wall. Say what?
Did I possibly walk through the town?
Yes, you've definitely scouted out the town. You just most of its housing. You know where the fishing district is. You know where you saw the ship also, but you never stepped onto it, and nor did you approach it.
Spogoli's just gonna sleep and.
Okay, so
Oh well. Did I gain
what
more
happened to
knowledge
Niltaor? Where's
about
Niltaor?
history?
I'm here. Just reloaded the page.
Okay, so
Did I get more knowledge about my history?
have you been No, you haven't. You've been pondering. It's pretty much you've hit a wall. Like, although your memories are unlocked behind whatever wall it is, you're finding it hard to piece it together because you don't have a frame of reference. You could play out it chronologically and in a very discrete order, but I mean, like, where is this place? Where are these places? Is that even me? Is that just you have a feeling that these memories, they're not quite linked to you. It's like, did I really do these things? Does this really happen to me? It doesn't feel like it. Like, you can kind of understand the taste for flesh. It's like, that may have been true, but a part of you is still saying that may not have been true. You don't have a frame of reference or anything solid saying this happened. All you have is memories in your head, which could be wrong or fabricated. So you're probably not going to find it within yourself. I mean, you don't have evidence will not be in yourself. I mean, let's see, what about the last part? So even the last part of you being thrown through a dimensional portal into this reality, it's like part of you is finding it hard to believe. It's like, where did this happen? Maybe the only thing that may help you is maybe you have to go find in Kempner Forest where you were thrown, like where you were found. Or where you found yourself. So that's searching the entire of Kempner Forest for where you were thrown.
Well,
That's gonna be bitch. That's the only thing you can really think of doing, because everything else seems moot. I mean, all this stuff seemed to happen in some land that's not this one.
indeed it did.
Okay, anyway, so Spicoli's gonna go to sleep. Olga's pretty much hogging the whole bed. I mean, like, she's pretty much curled up on top of the whole bed.
She just let a lot of emotional stuff. I guess I'm just gonna make something nice on the floor and just sleep for 5 hours.
Okay, so you're gonna sleep on Niltaor. What are you gonna do? So you just got off the ship. They just shoved you off the ship. It's like, here you go. Now get off.
I'm gonna head back to the inn and to my room and
Okay.
well, it's in character experiment. Just
Okay.
from
Experiment
I
with
thought.
what? So you're in your room.
From I'm gonna like try to recreate the thing that the Naga did with her house, like creating.
Oh, you're trying to create an illusion. Or illusions, period.
Yeah, well, kind of, but I have
Okay, so smaller scale. So
not really small scale, but
don't you have
It
illusion
is-
magic already?
No,
Okay,
but it's
so you're
different.
you're going straight for the magnificent mansion. You don't have the. Oh, you're using all the pieces. So
Yeah,
you're gonna have to find a space big enough for that.
not really. A portal.
Oh, you make a portal. So using the items. So you basically sit in your room. You got your 3 items. So what do you have to do with these 3 items exactly? It's
Just,
gonna take a whole day. Oh, it lasts for only a day. The portal. So
Yeah, but it's basically free food.
taking these items, you I don't know what do you do with these items. So you have this carving that looks like a portal. You have a polished marble, and you have a spoon.
Just gonna put the portal down on by the side of my bed, basically, I guess,
Okay.
or against the wall.
Okay, so you put the portal down against the wall. My thing is like you take the spoon and you play a game of mini golf, and you just kind of like for a little while you're just flicking the marble into where the portal is.
Gonna use the spoon as a guitar pick.
Yeah, and then it's like after a moment of getting bored with that, you use the spoon like a guitar pick and you play a song. But that doesn't work either. So what do you do after that?
Put the marble and the spoon in the portal.
Yeah, it's not the most efficient guitar pick either, because it's not meant to. It wasn't meant to do that.
Just,
I guess I'm gonna put the marble and the spoon inside my loot. Try to use them.
No, don't.
You just put it in your loot. It's making a bunch of rattling sounds. But then you see that you're playing songs, and it's starting to the marble and the spoon are starting to vibrate. And they're starting to bounce around inside of the loot in a certain rhythmic pattern. And all of a sudden, on the other side, you see the portal starting to enlarge. So does that pretty much tell you to keep playing?
Play harder.
Oh my god! Oh yes, it's working.
Yeah. So.
Play harder.
And you see that it's So your loot then starts playing itself. So are you going to let go, or are you just going to hold on to it?
I suggest holding on.
Yeah, so it doesn't like
so you're holding on to it, and you see the loot's pretty much playing itself, and you see the door start, like the portal's getting larger, and you see that it's a closed set of doors, and then all of a sudden you see the door start to open. Is this loud enough for everybody else? No, this is actually very quiet. This is mostly a very subtle thing happening inside your room.
Yes, I'm gonna step inside the portal and look around.
Okay, so remember, it's whatever you...
I know.
Yeah. This is a 10-foot cube. This is a pretty big area. So
It's huge, like 50...
very large creation.
Yeah, 500 feet, actually.
Anyway, so what is it, like a mansion? Remember, it's whatever you decide it is.
I guess a huge foyer when you enter, and two set of stairs leading up on both sides.
Well, it looks like So it looks like an old classical mansion. There's two sets of stairs leading up. What material is it made of?
Marble.
Is it marble?
No, polished wood.
Okay, so it's polished wood. It looks like a very finely wrought oak. So there was a lot of care put into this house to make it look somewhat classical. So, and you see like there's rows of servants that are leading up to the main entrance, and you see that they all bow as one. It's like, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
So you just climb the stairs, and at the top there's two more. They open the doors for you, and you arrive inside a massive banquet room, which is just, like it says in the description, there's a good 9-course meal just waiting there. And so you see like a manservant come up. It's like, your feast has been prepared for you, sir. It's like, will we be having any guests today?
I was just getting to that. Before I'm gonna say to him, wait a bit. I'm gonna rush down. There's out the.
It's like, are you sure you wish to do that yourself, master? We can have servants gather the people that you wish.
You can't. They can't.
They can't. No, they're like you don't know that you like. I guess they don't know that they can't leave the domain.
Okay.
So they can't leave, but it's like, so what do you do? It's like, no, that's okay. I'm gonna do it myself.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's okay. It's like as you wish, sir.
With that, I'm gonna rush down the stairs to wake every party member I have.
So you're gonna grab. So you're just walking. So first off, you go to Spicolo. Spicolo, you're still asleep. Like you're asleep, and then Niltaor, do you just knock on the door?
Yeah, quite heavily.
Okay, so he's like slamming on the
kick
door.
it down almost.
Olga like jumps, and she's like almost like she's got, you hear like a audible scratching of her claws scraping against something.
Do I wake up?
Yeah, that's Constitution. Do you wake up from having, basically she's jumping out of bed because she thinks she's in danger. So 15, above 15.
Does she fall on me?
Yes, apparently. Like,
Do I have advantage?
like, because I
now?
guess you're the first target. She thinks so. Like, it's just she thinks it's on the floor because she hears the knocking, she hears the sound, and then she goes at it. But like, she has one claw embedded in the wood, and then one like ready to stab.
Do I have advantage?
Do you have advantage on your Constitution? No, so that's a regular. So
She just jumped on me.
yeah, but it's still a Constitution. Are you you're kind of knocked out? Like you feel the thump a bit, but you kind of wake up, but you're still in more of a daze. Like you're not quite sure who it is or what they're doing.
What's going on?
And then she's looking around, confused a little bit because she's a little dazed. She's like, oh, I think someone's at the door. Sorry about nearly stabbing you and all, but
Oh, it's fine. I could heal myself.
okay, so it's like, do you need help getting off the floor?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so she stands up, she offers a hand and grabs your hand and starts pulling you toward your feet.
I walked to the door. You okay, Olga? You feeling better now?
It's like, could be better.
Yeah, that's always an option.
So then you see, like she turns around, you see Drake just still sleeping. He's on his side and his legs are kind of walking like he's having night dreams. He's having night terrors.
Is it night terrors or just a dream?
I think he's just having dreams. He's just walking
Okay.
on the air. So,
Okay.
Thorin, you're back inside. So you're going to be just chilling inside at a table in the corner because that's your style.
Yeah.
I opened the door to Niltaor. I'm like,
Niltaor,
What
do you tell them?
Go to my room and wait there. I'll be back soon.
I don't wanna.
Quite erratically,
It's like, are you going to give us a reason for that?
in a big hurry.
I don't wanna.
So, Spicoli doesn't want to.
Okay.
Olga says, what's your reasoning?
I
Free
don't
food.
feel.
Okay, so
I
it's like, how do we know you're not just making a joke or something?
Yeah, you have a clean bath or a proper bed. You just go there.
Okay, so
Okay. Come on, Olga. And I
That's
grab her.
but she's still like, she's gonna go along with it, but she's skeptical about this. It's like, I'll believe it when I see this. This doesn't sound right.
I'm gonna go grab Drake.
Okay, so
Kind of gently.
he's still sleeping, and you pretty much. I mean, what do you do? I mean, you just pick him up and you just put him on your shoulder. Or what do you do?
You know how they like some people like put around your neck when you're trying to carry them?
Yeah, just use him like a scarf.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay,
just
so
kind
he's
of.
just on your back like a scarf. He's still asleep. His legs are kicking, so he actually
just-
he pegs you kind of on the face. Not hard, but it's like, his legs are kicking.
I'll ignore it.
Okay, so
Just.
and like
Fine,
Olga's
okay.
behind you saying, "Oh, don't mind that. He does that all the time."
I don't mind. I'm
Okay,
just trying
so-
to ignore it. Do I see the giant door?
Okay, so it's kind of hard to miss. It's this giant swirling portal. As soon as you open Niltaor's door, you see there's a giant swirling portal, and on the other side of the portal is this massive mansion with a bunch of servants.
Closed.
So, wait, you close the doors? Okay. So, you see
Yeah,
this
yeah,
giant
close
portal
up.
thing, so...
Can I attempt to open it?
Okay, so
I'm
how
not
on earth do you
100%
expect them to get in there if you close the portal doors?
No, I'm gonna show them. I'm gonna,
Okay, so the doors. So you see this massive portal in the back of the room, and it's not open. So
Okay, I'm just gonna say, come on,
Okay,
Olga.
so
Sit down
it's
with
like,
me.
well, I guess we gotta wait here because whatever that is, it's not open.
Let's just lay down for a little bit. I just kind of put Drake on the bed. I lie down as
yeah.
well.
So
not taking
Olga's
portal,
too
it's
alert
like
to sleep, like she's just gonna lean against the wall. Okay, so Niltaor, you're on your little hamper jump thing, whatever.
And after that, I'm gonna search for Thorin, I guess.
He's in
Thorn,
there.
he's right there. He's in the corner.
Yeah.
Use perception. Do you actually notice?
just-
So you're gonna walk over to the admiral because he hasn't moved from that spot in a couple. Like he hasn't moved from that spot. You're
He's-
pretty
he's
sure
busy,
he
right?
might have like slept there or something.
Just let him write. Just let him write.
Okay, so like yeah, he's definitely Like it looks like he's totally like, because he's got what looks like a massive spread of papers all over, and you see that he's got the compendium. Thorin, you would actually give him the compendium to copy, so he has your compendium for a little while. If you're paying attention, are you paying attention?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, so he's got a copy of your compendium, and he's writing furiously to copy all of the language from it to another copy, so he can give it back to you. So he's working on that. So Niltaor, and then there's everyone else that are just kind of chilling. Like Say's been there for a while. She hasn't really done much. Everybody just got out of battle. They just want to not do anything. Marky's just been in the corner. So what do you do, Niltaor? Everybody seems there. So.
Yep. Like basically shout, guys, you have to see this. Hurry!
Open
hurry
the
up."
damn door already.
So, like everybody looks up, and then they think like they go back to what they were doing.
God's sake. I have free food, free beds, and a warm bath for everyone if you just follow me.
Again, everyone looks up, but this time response is Thorin. How do you respond to that? He's saying, free food, free bed for at least a night.
I'm just kind of like shrugging my shoulders.
Yeah, it's like, huh? So, Heartflame's the one who's like, let's just humor him. And then so, like, they start walking up to where your room is. Marky and Thorin are skeptical about that. And Uriel's not even listening, because he's got something else he needs to do. So what do you do, Niltaor? Are you going to convince them, or are you going to just let them sit there?
Yeah, well, screw you guys, I'm going home.
Okay, so he's just going to leave you guys there. So Thorin, do you actually get... He's just going to walk away. He says that, and then seeing that you're not convinced, he just walks away. So what do you do?
I'm probably still batting Dawn.
Okay, so Dawn is pretty much just lying, like she was sitting in the chair, and now she's kind of like lying on the table, and her leg is twitching as you're petting her. Okay, anyway, so...
And the moment Niltaor walks in, I'm like, open the damn door.
Yeah, so that's what he's saying. So, Niltaor, how do you open the door?
Well, I'm gonna, face my back against the door and basically kick it open from behind.
Okay, so you just do old school, where you put your back against the door and you kick it open, and then it opens, and it's the same scene. It's a finely wrought wooden manor, and it has a bunch of servants leading up. And so, like, you see there's like, one of the servants kind of leans out, and then he leans back to the rest of them, and he counts how many people there are. It's like 4. And then you see that the other servants are now relaying that message further down the line. So, we'll just... and then again, as one, they're leaning down to say, "Welcome, masters."
And I point my hand and yell, "Ta-da!"
Just call me Spicoli.
Ta-da!
I'm just gonna say that. Just call me Spicoli, and I'm just gonna walk forward and grab. Well, I'm
It's
gonna
like,
grab
"Welcome,
Drake.
Master Spicoli."
Just
And I'll
Spicoli.
relay, like, you know that Naga we met, like, 2 weeks ago? That,
Naga?
Lamia,
Yeah, that snake
different.
woman.
It's not a Naga.
Lamia?
Yeah.
Lamia. The
Lamia,
snake
half
woman.
snake woman. It wasn't a Naga. Is something else.
Hold on, I have Drake around
Naga's
my
more
shoulder,
fully
snake.
snake.
Yeah, it's more like a snake.
Like
Yeah, it's more
it's
like
an
a
aquatic
dragon.
snake. It's not really
Yeah.
It's not part human.
I'm going to put Drake around my shoulders again.
He's been
and
there.
I'm-
He hasn't moved.
No, waited.
Okay.
And then I grabbed him again. Then I
Oh
grabbed
yeah,
over
yeah.
his hand
'cause
and
you
say, "Let's
took a
go."
rest. Okay, so you take Drake and now you're going up the stairs.
I also grab Olga's hand.
Okay. And she pretty much, at this point, it's just, alright, whatever, just... But you could tell, like, she doesn't know what to think at that point, because if she tries to squeeze down, likely she would puncture your hand with her claws. So, like, she's holding her hand open, and you're holding, like, the open hand, but it's like, she doesn't know what to do at that point, because it's, the risk of, drawing blood. So she's being led, and then everybody else, I guess, Say and them are gonna go inside. Damn it, Ray. Alright, so you're all inside, and you see the massive banquet table now in the center.
Also, I say to Olga, I don't care if you puncture my hand, I don't care the
Yeah.
pain, just you can hold it.
And then she pretty much just says whatever, and then like she grips down, and yes, she definitely draws blood. I mean, it's like whatever, it's your funeral. Okay. Anyway, so
I really don't care about the blood.
okay, so anyway, and then you're going into like it's like Master Niltaor, you've returned. And it's like, oh my. And it's like, oh my. Is something wrong with your friend's hand?
I'm fine.
I'm fine.
I'm not behaving all this is well, I'm quite ecstatic because oh my god, it worked! Look
Yeah,
at
it
this.
worked.
Look what I've done.
So you say you're fine. It's like, oh, it's been a while since. Who are you? Okay. So, well, the banquet is ready and everything is ready.
I'm
Okay,
gonna will walk towards the door and push it open with both doors with both my hands.
Okay.
Um,
The doors are
and
already open. I mean, they opened them
Okay.
for you.
I turn to Olga and say, feeling better after you release all that stress?
It's like, no,
No?
because
Shame.
there's still more to come. Just, that's not the end of the adventure.
I mean, if you want, you want to just...
And
release
so, like,
it.
her ears are perked up. It's like, what are you asking?
If you need someone to lean on, basically.
Okay. It's like, yeah, I'll keep that in mind. It's like, I thought you were going to ask something else. Like, she thought you were going to ask something else, and it's like, huh, okay.
I'm trying to imply that,
Yeah, someone, but she's a very literal person, so she doesn't get any implications. So,
can I enhance my ability and make sure it gets through?
no. Because it's not about enhancement, it's about her knowledge. It's just, she's a very direct person. If you're going to ask for it, just ask for it. Don't try and beat around the bush. But for you, since you asked, someone to lean on, it's like, all right, cool. That's the end of it.
Well, if that's how it is, I just say bluntly,
Yeah. So,
I
okay.
think you're really pretty and,
Okay, so it's like maybe we should focus on the food first.
yeah.
So
I just
it's like flattery
My
aside, and so anyway, so you move into the banquet room, and it's got everything you could ever wish for. It's got meat, pies, vegetables, fruit, you name it, just whatever you need.
smorgasbord.
So Say and Heartflame are probably the most unsubtle. They go straight for the table. Like they don't even bother stopping to wait and see if it's time to eat. They just go straight for it.
I guess I scoot
So,
out a chair.
The man, like the servant, goes, "Oh dear, your
Don't
friend
mind that.
seemed famished."
Don't
We've been
mind
through a
that.
lot.
It's like, I can attest to as much. Yes. It's
I,
like, well, before the food gets cold, you'll have to eat your fill. So
I'm just gonna grab a fat amount of meat for Olga to put it on the table and then just scoot out
So
a chair for
Niltaor,
her.
what does the inside of your banquet room look like, besides having a massive table with food on it and very ornate made of wood?
There's everywhere.
Yeah, so everyone, so
Alright.
I'm just going to move you guys to what looks like the table. So right about there is where... So Thorin, you're not even curious about any of that, at all?
Nope.
Nope, okay, so you're more interested with Dawn. Anyway, so there's a massive table, you're all sitting at it, you're all eating. Even Drake is like, he's on the table. Drake is not the most civil of dogs. So, like, as soon as he smells food, his eyes open, and he's running on the air trying to get himself off your shoulders, but he's not catching anything.
I say, Drake, calm down for a second. I'll give you
So,
food. And then
It's
I
like
just
he's like
pull out
shaking and
plate.
stuff, and then he shakes so much that he actually falls off your back onto the floor.
Can I
but-
attempt to do a dex check?
Yeah, so he's gonna fall off your back. That's a dex check to see if you can catch him before he touches the floor.
Shit.
So nope. Okay, so you try to catch him, but the most you catch is like one of his legs. So you kind of so you swing him around, and I guess he's kind of scrabbling at the table. Like, cause you still have he's in front of you now, and he's trying to get to the food, and but you still have your hand on his hind leg. So
I'm gonna attempt to grab a fat plate of meat and just put it next to him.
okay, so yeah, he's looking at the meat, and you bringing the plate towards him, and he's like trying to leap onto the plate, which he does succeed because it's close enough.
It's close enough to the
So-
floor, not the
Yeah,
shoulder,
and so are you gonna let go of his back leg?
right? Yeah.
Okay, so you let go of his back
And well-
leg, and it's like, I've never seen him act like this. Most of the time, he's
think
more
he-
civilized.
I think he needs nourishment really badly after I think I used a lot of his protein.
And so it's
to
like
heal.
she looks at you darkly. It's like, after you what?
Healed him.
It's like, oh, okay. It's like she was thinking you did something else.
Basically, this is gonna get a little scientific if you do or do not care.
It's like, don't care. So don't
Okay,
explain
cool.
it to me. So everybody's eating at the table. Say's,
Simple version.
what?
Simple version. I say to her, people get hungry when I cure wounds.
Okay, so it's like, yeah, I expected as much. Okay, so Niltaor, you're at the table. Now what? No, there's paintings. Are you really bad? So much of an egotist that he has pictures of himself doing heroic things on the thing. So it's
Do you mean narcissist?
Okay, now it's narcissistic. Yeah, is it things like it's doing things that you didn't do, or it's doing things you did do? Like things like, oh, I completely control my sword, so you're like heroically holding your sword up, like you're its master, or things like that.
The things I did, but with a little bit more, a bit more fluff with it.
Okay, so things like you're fighting bandits with your crossbow.
Yeah.
You're singing songs, and everybody's like being uplifted and dancing.
Yeah,
Like that.
everyone's laughing and giving.
Yeah, and giving you and things like you're making a deal with the you're pretty much have your hand on the side of the Hydra, and they're like praising you for the deal you made with them. Just a bunch of heroic things, and then Say's looking around, and it's like half of these things didn't even happen.
Well, half of them didn't, so.
Okay, so it's like, and she just shrugs and goes back to what they're doing.
Well, I'm gonna.
And all the while, it's the servants, like, as you finish a plate, they're taking away the plate and they're bringing more food in. Okay, so how long does this banquet take? Let's find out. For 5 hours, you're just sitting there talking about everything that you could possibly talk about. So.
Okay, I'm gonna do something real quick. Can I cast Enhance Ability twice?
How many does it use spell slots?
I mean, probably.
What? Okay, what tier is Enhance Ability at? It's under. That's all that you're the most detailed spell list we have. No other spell list comes close to the amount of spells you have. So Enhance Ability is considered what? Enhance Ability is considered a tier 2 spell. You have 3 slots, so you can cast it up to 3 times. So you've used 2 of those. Or did you also do something else in that list?
I've only been.
Yeah, you've only cast it twice. So Cure Wounds is a tier 1. So you already did that. So you've cast it twice, the second time. So
Eagle's Thunder and Bear's Endurance.
okay. So that would take 2 slots, which would mean you'd be down to no spells because it's 2 separate castings. You have to choose only one of those, unless the game is not generous. Okay, so the only other way you could do that is now that's it. Is you have to cast the spell twice to get both of those. Which is it? Bull Strength and something in Bear's Endurance? No, yes, maybe.
What?
I said which are
Endurance and
Bear's Endurance and Bull Strength?
Bear's Endurance and Eagle's Splendor.
Oh, and Eagle's Splendor. Okay, so what are you gonna do with that?
Wave.
I'm gonna try and persuade Olga to go on a date with me.
Okay, so
I'll try to be
with
wingman.
charisma. So just randomly, as you're at the table, she's eating. She's not subtle. You're gonna roll charisma, and what are you asking?
Not that actually. I'm gonna like try not intervene, but like
Inspire.
Oh, you're gonna use bardic inspiration on him.
yeah.
So Niltaor, seeing what's happening, it's like he does a subtle strum, like because remember your lute is on your back and it's backwards, so the strings are outwards. So you can actually strum a note. You can just randomly just move your hand back and strum notes. So you strum a note and then you give him what? Is that a D8?
D12.
D12. Why did he?
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. Just go with it. So roll a D12. Jesus. So that's 16
Like
plus
15 now.
4, so that's 20. And she has to
I'm just
do
gonna ask
a...
Olga.
Is that a wisdom save, or is that a...
Well, that's a 20 now.
Okay, so
I'm
wisdom
just gonna ask
save...
Olga.
What do you got?
Apparently
it didn't work.
depends.
Huh? Say what?
I was just gonna see.
Yeah, let's
if,
just do challenge rating, that's easier. Okay, so just
I
barely,
breached it.
so... Wait, what?
I ask her to go on a date with me, basically,
Okay. And then she asks why.
because one of the most interesting things, or
It's like
interesting females I've ever met.
it's like flat. I mean,
like
so it's like, well, flattery aside. I mean, why else?
because you're a hermit as well, and we don't care what other people think.
Okay, so it's like, and she's pondering that over, and she's trying to. It's like so, and she's eating at the same time she's talking to you. It's like so, we're both hermits.
I find you
Um,
incredible.
I think that's all we have in common. It's like
We both live in the
I don't think
forest,
it's like I don't really think this will work.
I can be an animal. You can be an animal. I live in the forest.
It's
you
like
live
I am an animal. You are not an animal. You're a druid.
I can be an animal.
It's like, well, you don't have to be an animal.
I don't have to be, but yeah,
It's like things aren't going to get weird in bed, are they?
no.
Okay, so it's like I'm just making sure because that sounds like it could, with you being willy-nilly able to shapeshift.
It's on my own will.
Okay, so like it's almost like a casual conversation about sexuality, what the relationship's going to go through, and just commonalities. And it's like, well, like she's kind of at an impasse. She doesn't quite know. It's like, should I do this? Should I not do this?
Would it hurt to try?
Okay. Would it hurt to try? It's like, probably not.
That's the point of dating, right?
Okay, so it's like, I don't know, is there a point to dating?
To find if one's compatible, I suppose.
Yeah, it's like, good enough. So it's like, fine, just don't expect anything immediately physical at the start of this.
I never expect anything physical.
Okay, so it's like, why do I doubt that?
Hmm?
So, like, she's doubting that, and you see that Drake is kind of like, he's lying on the plate of the food that he just ate, and he looks like he's covered in the filth of the food, and he's just looking around, he's looking at both of you and wondering what's going on.
Don't worry about it, Drake, and I rub his head.
Okay, so, and it's like, he's smarter than he looks. He may seem like he doesn't know what's going on, but I think he knows what's going on.
Why do you think I said don't worry about it?
Okay, so... And so, Niltaor, what's your opinion on all that? I mean, I guess they're together now, or at least it seems like it. Some weird, direct conversation they were having.
Well, you know, late and tramp the scene with the Italian.